Over the years, I've put a lot of effort into chord voicing. I think that's one of the things that makes a great jazz pianist sound great. And the first chord of the tune is often one of those places that gets overlooked. And because most tunes start on the root chord, we tend to start with the root chord. I'm suggesting that you change it to something else. For example, if you take a look at the lead sheet for the jazz standard But Beautiful, you'll see that it starts on the root chord in G major. Listen to the difference when you start on a different chord. For example, in this case, we're going to start with the flat 5. We're going to do C sharp half diminished 7th instead of G 6th. What a difference one chord could make. Let me play it again with the root. And let me play it with the flat 5. Now we're doing some other reharmonization in there. Let's take a look closely at what we're actually doing. I've gone ahead and written out my own chord voicings. Even on the 2/8 notes for the pickup, I've reharmonized those to B flat, diminished 7th, and B minor. So instead of this, we're going to play chords on those first 2 notes. It really comes from Barry Harris's 6th diminished scale, where every other chord is a diminished chord. Then when we get to the flat 5, which is the first chord of the tune, C sharp half diminished 7th, notice that all of these bass notes up to here descend in semitones. So you've got C sharp to C to B flat. And that makes a really nice line. So let's play it all together. In the left hand, we're just playing shell voicings. These are all 1 and flat 7. There's 1, flat 7. Same thing. The other thing that I wanted to point out is take a look at all of the sharp 11s. There's 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, and it continues throughout the tune. Sharp 11s can really make your dominant 7th chords sound rich because it allows you to also use the 9th and the 13th extensions. For example, a D major chord is simply 9, sharp 11, and 13 of a C7 chord. Think of it like D over C7. And they sound great. I've gone a little bit further in the tune, and I'll put a link to download this sheet music momentarily. So listen to it from bar 4, which is the last bar of the first line. Now, I totally get that a lot of tunes don't start on 1. For example, Autumn Leaves starts on 2 minor 7. It's not nearly as easy to replace a 2 minor 7th chord as the first chord of the tune with something else. Certainly not as easy as replacing the root. Another tune that starts on 2 minor 7 is All the Things You Are. Let's try replacing the root as the first chord in another tune. Let's say Over the Rainbow. Let's replace the root with another flat 5 diminished 7th chord. In this case, that chord would be B half diminished 7th. I want to do one more thing before I post a link to the sheet music. Let me hop over to the grand piano. I'll play a version of But Beautiful that uses this flat 5 diminished 7th as the starting chord. And I'll play a little bit more than what we played just to get a sense of how great this tune is. Okay, thanks for listening to that. I hope you got something out of that. I'm going to post a link now to the sheet music. That link is up here in the corner and also in the description below. All you have to do is give an email address and it's yours. Please consider giving the video a thumbs up and subscribing to the channel. And if you're looking for more videos on reharmonization, I suggest you check out this video next.